Hello, my name is Jon-Carl Peterson. This is Sociology, Fall 2018 with Mr. Erickson. Week 5, oral discussion. This week I chose question 5, which is asking why, according to Adam Ferguson and John Miller, is inequality necessary? And in what way does their argument anticipate the free rider problem? And so, first off, social equality is going to be the condition in which there's no difference between people in regards to wealth or social status, assets, power. Everyone's sufficient and the same. And the other key word would be the free rider problem. And that's just the notion that one person is going to be responsible for a certain task for society. And that kind of pushes, or like naturally, people are going to free ride because they don't have to worry about that responsibility, so they would do a nominal effort task to be wealthy in terms of the effort and reward. So getting into it, why is inequality necessary? Well, inequality emerges with private property, and private property is essentially a surplus. And how that all works is because once you're able to have a surplus and store the goods or whatever it may be, you now have a way of owning it and having property. So with that, that surplus is going to cause that, and private property is going to be the definitive difference between each other, and therefore it wouldn't be social equality, it would be social inequality. Now, the paradox of it that discussed in the book is that inequality is a result of surplus, and as you can see, that's true in a society with surplus, right? Now, how it all worked out is normally with equality, everyone, all their surplus is shared and distributed. So there's no real reason to make more because everyone's satisfied. Now, when you start to have the surplus and preserve it, now you're, more wealthy than the other person, and we just discussed that. But when you have this property, it's essentially an asset, and asset is translated into to have enough, and so therefore again it's supporting the surplus notion. Now, you have to think too is that having a surplus in private property and therefore inequality, you're gonna promote or have an incentive to gain wealth and have property and assets, right? So that's actually stimulating for society. And then to wrap it all together is going to be the only thing necessary. I mean, the thing necessary for society to prosper, in this sense, would to have progress, and with progress requires inequality, the surplus. That incentive is going to improve on everything, all the results. So let's think. Yeah. So I think one more thing I'd go over is the the better, the more surplus is the result of a society that's efficient and organized. So as you can see, we're that um, everything together. So we discussed the question, which was, why is inequality necessary, and in what way does their argument support? Anticipate the free rider problem. We went over the inequality, the private property, and how it's a result of surplus, and therefore inequality is also a result of surplus. Um, and that is paradoxical. Um, once you store product and wealth, and is a big milestone in society to now have surplus and achieve private property, um, and the incentive to do so after that. And that's it. Let me know what you think. Thanks for listening.